Welcome, Anthony. Mm, Excuse me while I used the ad time to finish my food. My microphone didn't want to be recognized for the first 20 minutes of me trying to set this up, so no time to eat. Hello there, Chris. I'm not feeling that much better, but I'm not feeling worse, so that's at least something good. And Stevie, enjoy your work, and hopefully you can get some rest. Thank you, Chris. Hugely appreciated. And yeah, I'm just eating rice with some beetroot and dill. Hope you all had a lovely weekend. Mmm. Chicken and rice. Yummy. That sounds very lovely. Okay, food's done, and ad should have ran, so I'm gonna say beforehand, excuse me if I mess up reading, I'm still having a migraine. Yesterday it was so bad, like throughout the night that I just basically was laying in bed. It's not like the worst, so it wasn't bad, but it was so bad that I still spent my entire night in bed. I had it way worse before, so yeah, it's fine. It just really wasn't that nice anyways. And today I still have it. Day 14 officially. So, a lot of fun. Um, you know, standard stuff in this weather. But oh well, today I mainly like wasn't doing that much either, but yeah, maybe I'm using fun wrong. Either way, tiny sip. And let's start. Plus my voice is actually there now this entire morning because the rain was pretty bad last night. My voice was gone, which was fun. Because allergies. But yeah, let's actually continue, and I hope we're finally getting to the pagoda because I love that part. Yes, you do what you gonna do, and thank you, Anthony. Okay, Riverside Hill. The story so far, yeah, I thought so. Layton and the others visited a riverside restaurant by the name of the Fame's Arms. There the bartender informs that the future Layton came by, but that they just missed him. And then, on ending future Layton's plan to create a time machine, the group head back to Chinatown. Um, the thing with migraine is that that doesn't really help. Sorry. There's a reason for like anything else with us, my autoimmune disease worsening and stuff, I would ask, but for migraine, sadly, there's not much like that because that's weather, pure like weather based of like my destroyed nerves. So yeah. Um, let me write you, dear sir. Let me write you something. There. Oh no, you're not. It's okay. It's totally fine. I mean, like for anything else, definitely sure. But for that, either way. Chapter 9, The Master of the Towering Pagoda. I'm looking forward to the pagoda so much. It is my favorite part in this game. Like, there's a lot of parts I love in this game, but the pagoda is truly one of them. Either way, let's check for riddles. Okay, apparently we have found all riddles. Now I could go through and talk to all the people on the way, but I don't want to. Well, hello again, whippersnappers. Did you manage to find that nasty man from the towering pagoda? No, it seems we just missed him down by the river, but we believe he's back at the pagoda now. All this coming and going must be taking out of you. Good thing you're still young and full of beans. And what about you, Rudolph? Have you resolved your little problem? Problem? I don't know what you mean, lad. Don't play innocent. Luca's talking about your clandestine lunchtime rendezvous with Pepper. Well, oh no, my wife mistaken about all of that. Really, it's nothing scandalous. Thank you for your concern, but it's all just a big misunderstanding. Please don't pay it any heed. Clandestine. Clandestine. I'm gonna look this up in German so I know what it means. You know, I'm kind of curious because I've never heard the word before. Ah, okay, so secret basically. Clandestine. Okay. Secret, yeah. Pleasant to hear that there's no reason to worry. Now come along, everyone. We mustn't waste any more time getting to the towering pagoda. Okay, Professor. I best head home myself before murder explodes. That's another one of those words I've never heard anybody use. Okay, I wanted to check for... That's what I wanted to check. Hello, Barton. How's everything going? I was just taking a break to reflect upon the case, Inspector, and I were on the other day. I see. What exactly happened in that case? We had to chase a suspect across the river, but I can't remember how long it took. Okay, and we immediately got a riddle. Also, I just noticed everything is messed up. Oh my goodness, when I opened Streamlabs earlier, my microphone wasn't recognized, all of the windows were completely moved, and all of the subscriber icons and stuff are completely moved from the, hold on, let me fix that, from the chat box. Because that's not supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be... like this. Why were you at minus 40 something when it's actually supposed to be... I'm confused. Also, the upper part should have been cut off. And then let me do that. And it just last time I was running over the text too. I didn't fix it then, but I already have it open, might as well. But at that time it wasn't actually... maybe it was already last time. Maybe it was already messed up. And I just didn't notice. But yeah, that's not supposed to happen. Huh. Well, I'm already at it. Might as well fix it. Let's do 100. 10 and then fix the position. I don't know what Streamlabs did there, but apparently something, considering my microphone was gone and all that. Either way. Also, I noticed that the music in general was a bit quiet of the game, so I turned that up. I hope it isn't too loud, but yeah, just tell me if it is. 4 police officers, A, B, C, and D, are chasing a criminal across a river. However, their boat only holds 2 people, so they can't all cross at once. It takes 1 minute for a police officer to row across, but after the first crossing he gets tired, so the second crossing takes 2 minutes, the first 3 minutes. And so on. What's the minimum number of minutes it would take for all 4 officers to cross the river? If these 2 cross first, whoops, my tablet holder just went. And 1 rode first, and then 1 stayed here, and 2 rode back, picking up 3. Who, no, yeah, picking up 3 heroes, but then, okay, they only have 1 boat, I assume. The thing is, if 2 stays there and 3 and 4 go and 4 picks them up again, then it won't change anything time-wise. So 2 then stays. 3 rows back. 4 rows back. So, and then 3 and 4 are here. So 1 row's there, 2 rows back, that's 2 minutes. 3 rows there, drops off 2, rows back, that's 3, 4, 5, because he takes double the time, and then 6 because 4 rows there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, thank goodness. I didn't know what I would have changed, so that's right, 6 minutes aimed. We go over for the first crossing with A rowing, B rows the boat back, then C joins speed in the boat, and C rows across. A, B, C are now on the opposite side. One of them needs to row back, but they have all rowed across the river once, so it doesn't make any difference who goes. Once one of them has rowed back, they get in and rows to the other side. Therefore, it takes 6 minutes to get everybody across. Also, I'm sorry, a little bit is cut off of the bottom for some reason, and I tried to change it. That was the other thing why it took 20 minutes for me to actually work around this. It cuts off the bottom, it just doesn't recognize it. Nothing I tried, like moving, recognizing the game and stuff, changes that, so there's just a piece of the bottom missing. It's not much, just a tiny bit. But yeah, well, it's what it is, you know. I wished I tried. Thanks for helping me to remember. Now I can finally get back to snacking. Whatever he's eating, but it looks delicious. Back again, I see. Yes, we heard that Mr. Layton had returned. That is not incorrect. Then I assume you'll be letting us through? I've no objection. Well, that's not entirely true. There's one minor issue left. When the boss got back, he ordered me to not let anyone through unless they solved this puzzle. So that's the most secure way, as we know. No one has ever triumphed over the impossible gate. Give it a try if you dare. Make it to the top and I'll let you pass. Hmm. Hmm. Maybe the other side? I think I need to restart. I need to change these two up, I think. I don't know if it's possible though. This was one of the riddles I didn't look too much forward to. There's gonna be another one with these sliding riddles later. If I could get one of them up in the groove thing, it wouldn't be much of a problem, right? Like that. Got it. Oh my goodness, that took way too long. Sorry, I needed to concentrate there. Oof. Incredibly, you may now pass through the gate. You. Whoops. Actually, with my screen over that. Seems the boss was right about you. You must be the one he's been waiting for. Does that mean we can enter? Head down the street to the pagoda. I wouldn't keep him waiting if I were you. I mean, if that's all you have riddle-wise... Well, the towering pagoda is not far now. The Layton from your time and the one from mine are finally going to meet face to face. That might be tricky because our professor's not here. Huh? Huh? Where's the professor? It's like he just disappeared. But he just solved that puzzle that got us through the gate. Yes, and then we walked through the gate together. He was a bit ahead of us by that point. I think he might have waved me before he vanished. What? But where did he go? I'm not sure. He was smiling as he dashed off, though. But why? I've no idea. The professor's actions always have some purpose, though. Hey, Flora, there's a piece of paper stuck on your back. Oh, embarrassing. Somebody must have played a trick on me. Is something written on it? It's in the professor's handwriting. Let's have a look. It says, "Go on without me. I catch up with you soon." I think we should do as he says. The professor's never led us astray after all. I agree. This is probably all part of some brilliant plan that the professor's concocted. That's all very well, but will enough you looks please take this paper off my back? I mean... Not another hint coin somewhere? Hello? Maybe these boxes? No. The light? No. There we go. Hey, what are you lot doing back here? We're on our way to the towering pagoda, not that it's any of your business. Not so fast. You're the ones who went on the rampage in the casino, aren't you? What if we are? What are you going to do about it? My rough Charlton, I'd give you a good hint if I hadn't gone to spend a penny. Looks we're in the luck then, huh? We'll just be on our way now. If you run off, make sure Charlton squishes you like an ant when he finds you. We bear that in mind. Wait, one more thing, solve this puzzle. Greatest thing ever. Hold on. This photo taken at the finish line of a race has been cut into strips and mixed up. Before it was cut, the photo displayed the runners in order they finished. Which of the runners came third? Okay, so we have the bird. That's in front of that. And that's in front of that. So 1, 2, 3. Where's the back of the dog? Why can't I see the back of the dog? That must be the back of his head. No, that's the back of his head. What? That's the cat. Hold on. So this is 1, this is 2. 3, 4. This can't be 5, right? Okay, no. Okay. 1, 2. Because the tail of this guy is there. Then we have the cat, 3. 4, 5. So that means If this is 1, he is 1, she's 2, F is 3. Because it said which of the runners came first. And you know, should do that. Yeah, okay, we got it. Yay! Good eye, F came first by a nose, yes. Blast, you solved it. We really don't have any more time for the silliness. We'll be heading to the Bakoda now. But fine, but remember you got lucky. If my bruv was here, you'd be the one getting bossed around. Are you finished? This ain't over, mark my words. You're gonna get what's coming to you. Sure. What was the ... about? Frick! Sorry.
Layton.
Perhaps, and perhaps not. I suspect this whole affair may be more complex than we originally thought. Yes.
Huh?
I forgot to record. So, yeah, part of the VOD, I will have to edit again. Part of the VOD, we have no sound. And it's gonna be part with cutscenes in it, so yeah. Trying to find any hint coins? Doesn't seem like there's any. Well, suppose it would be much to expect the door to be open. Let's see, the eyes of this dragon seem to be the key that unlocks the door. Sounds like a puzzle, let me handle it, Professor. I have the door open before you know it. Yeah, no, all the stress with the stuff not working just made me completely forgot about recording. These dragon eyes are not spheres but dodecahedrons. That means both of them are 3D objects made up of 12 pentagons. The one of the eyes is already made, the other one still needs to be assembled. Which option, A, B, or C, will create the eye? That's exactly the same as the other one when folded. Definitely not B. Because these sides meet up here, and then this one would meet up here, which doesn't work. This one meets here, this one meets here, meets there. I think it's A. Yeah, it's definitely A, because C is cut up like that. It's A. It's fine, you know, there will just be some dialogue that will have no sound, because I didn't read it, but they did. It's fine, it's fine, it's okay. Way to go, the answer's A. The dragon's eyes flash and the door is unlocked. The thing is, there's nothing I can do about that. There's like, you know... Okay, that is a bit annoying though, the stupid... flame icons of the Pokemon card thing go over the screen, I just noticed. Let me just quickly fix that while I'm already at fixing things. There we go. As long as it doesn't cut too much off of text, it should be fine, but yeah. Well, all set. Smashing work, Luke. There's no time to celebrate, let's head inside. Welcome to the Towering Pagoda. And welcome to Where Are All the Hint Coins? Also, welcome to very dramatic music. And another locked door. What's this contraption, Professor? It appears to be a peculiar set of goggles. I think they're too big for me. Let's see. Ah, this is some sort of personal projection device. Personal what? Think of it as a television for one look, only the wearer can see the image displayed inside. I'd wager that there's a puzzle in these goggles that only the wearer can see. Solving it is probably the only way to get through the store. Now that's high-tech. They should fit me comfortably. Let's have a look. It's almost like they're made for him. You look so funny. What do you see, Professor? Those glasses make you look like a rubber bug. Yeah, I think something's coming into focus here. They look terrifying. 91 strange glasses. These two circular images show what you are seeing to your right and left eyes. The images were originally the same, but one of them has now been flipped right, left, and rotated in an unknown amount. The shapes are all the same as in the original image, with the exception of one which has been slightly altered. Circular shape that has been altered. This one isn't it. This one hasn't been altered either. This one either. This one obviously not. The star either, because that's the same shape. This one also neither. It's this one, I think, because the moon is right too. Because the line right now is like this to, hold on, it's like this to this, and here it's this to this. So this is slightly, yeah, it's G. Okay, he's supposed to circle the thing with it and not the... Okay,
about this one.
it's okay. Yes.
Well, that's settled.
Terrific, the answer is shape G. It's easy to be fooled by the flipping, but if you pay attention to the relationship between the shapes and the axis, the answer is pretty easy to find. Ooh, shapes relationships, huh? Ooh, what a relief to take those off. I was feeling all lightheaded and was having trouble focusing. But it was all worth it. Thanks to you, the door's unlocked and we're free to move on. The thing is, we have descriptions. If you imagine them not actually having descriptions, but having to figure it all out by themselves. It's so gloomy. And there are dragons all over the place. Yeah, and they look really cool, but also there's a lot of technology there. Just trying to find all the hint coins. Excuse me. Just wait there, you two. Also, what's this design? So you're the one who's been building my brother army. You gotta pay for that. Well, look who went crying to the older brothers. What an impressive act of bravery. Quiet you! What was I supposed to do back there? I was outnumbered. There, I understand. You're only small and you knew you had no chance of stopping us. So you're getting this big lump here to do the dirty work for you. Sticks and stones, sunshine. Believe you, me, if the boss allowed violence in the pagoda, I'd have pounded you already. Since I can't do that, I have to suck it to you with this vicious puzzle. Would you like me to deal with this one, Big Luke? Don't trouble yourself with this piece of riprap. Professor, I can handle anything he dishes out. Stolen goods. Two criminals want to use this board to seal off the cave where they stored their smuggled goods. If they cut the board into two pieces of identical size and shape, they will be able to seal the cave entrance completely. Okay. Cut it into two pieces of identical size and shape. How about this?
I do believe I've got the answer. Success!
However, they would assemble that to... Ah, okay, I see the cave entrance is that. Okay, so you can see the criminals have flipped one of the pieces and sealed the cave entrance tight. And of course it's Layton head-shaped, because why not? So much for that puzzle. What are you going to do now? You're lucky the bus didn't let me rough people up in here, but you've got to go outside at some point, and when you do, watch your back. Yeah, too right. Oh, bark, no bite. Come on, everyone, we got places to be. It doesn't seem like hint coins there, but also what's with evil buildings and having no railing on the sides? That's just stupid. You know what I mean? It didn't tell me that my tie wasn't straight. Strange, this whole room is covered in mirrors. It's very confusing. I got no idea which way we need to go. Seems we're at a dead end. How do you think we should proceed, Big Luke? Maybe we have to press a hidden panel on one of the walls to open the doors out of here. Close, but not quite. If my guess is correct, the door is hidden in the dark over there. But we can't just rush headlong into the shadows. There's no telling what traps await us there. Ah, now I see what you're getting at. Are you saying that this room is a puzzle, Professor? That's right, Luke, and I'm about to solve our way out of here. The mirror maze. 16 circular rooms are arranged in the squares shown below. Beams of light shine in straight lines from each of the four letters A, B, C, and D and exit through the four yellow arrows. Two-sided mirrors in four of the rooms reflect these beams. Each beam passes through the number of rooms listed next to its letter. Identify which four rooms contain mirrors and the direction each mirror faces. Okay, A cannot be this one. A has to be this one. Because A has 5 and then exits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mirrors. So B has 4, so B is this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. C has 4, so no mirror. And D has 8. Which... I see. Technically needs to exit there. How about we do this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rooms. 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms. 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Let's see if I've got this right.
Pen. No, it's fine. Weird.
Just as I suspected.
Dazzling. Right then, let's press on. Seems my theory was right. This way, everyone. Plus getting some hidden coins, cause why not? Professor, I think this is the top floor. We must be close now. And the actual riddle that I'm not looking forward to much to. The future professor's quarters are probably on the other side of that door. But how are we supposed to make it across this huge gap? Does anyone else think this floor looks like a giant sliding block puzzle? An astute observation, Flora. It seems the floor of this room is yet another puzzle for us to solve. The future Layton loves to keep things dramatic, doesn't he? I hope he has a one-way thing there. That does seem to be the case. Now let's get started on this puzzle. How are you supposed to move this if these are like giant stones? Is there like a mechanism that automatically moves them? Yeah, this riddle is the one I always had trouble with. Just a little bit, hold on, that's not the thing I wanted to do. What I wanted to do was actually move the ball out. No, I already messed up. How about there? The thing is, these have to face a certain direction. If you know what I mean. And the ball has to be on one of the sides in the end. So the ball isn't really a thing of like if you know what I mean. It's not a thing of the riddle itself, it's an obstacle. There, that's the word I'm searching for. I want to get it to the right hand side, this stupid ball. But there's no like space there. Like in the middle there's no space for it either. If I do that. If I can get just one of the pieces on the other side, I will be happy. But I need, technically I need to get both of them over, I think. So I can actually put them in place. I got it, oh my goodness.
That should do the trick.
One Direction like the boy band, oof.
Just as I
I
suspected.
got it, I'm so happy. I always struggled with this one a little bit. You did it! Future Layton awaits on the other side of the dragon walkway. And there, it's safe to cross now, everyone. Yeah, considering that thing. I love that it stays in exactly the place you left it in. It's kind of a cool feature. So you can put it all along the wall. Alright, stand back, we're opening the door. At last we get to meet the future Professor Layton. Let's be careful, everyone.
Professor, is that...
Welcome, Herschel Layton.
That's not the future Layton. That looks completely different.
I demand an explanation.
Are you really Professor Layton?
Yes, of course. Don't you recognize your old friend?
I don't know. Something about you seems... off.
Just a slight bit.
Surely you recognize yourself, Herschel. Misfortune, our fortune, is a result of your ambition and genius.
I don't know about that.
What is it, Professor?
Berta Moriarty. Close.
You've put on quite a show, but it's clear to me that you're nothing but a charlatan.
Oh, is that so?
What tipped you off, Professor?
Yes, what indeed? I'm all ears.
You, sir, are a fraud, and exposing you for the imposter that you are will prove simple. Fascinating, do continue. Luke, would you be so kind as to solve a quick puzzle for me? Right now, Professor. Aren't we in the middle of something here? Looking up. Blocks have been carefully stacked as shown in the image below. The image is a view from the side and the perspective has been rotated in an unknown direction. Gravity is acting on the block, so any block not touching the surface or block below it will fall. When you're looking at the blocks from the correct angle, which direction A, B, C, or D is up? B can't be up, because this block would fall. A can be up if this is weirdly glued together. Oh yeah, A can be down, so D can be up if this is weirdly glued together. But A can't be up because of this piece would fall. And C can't be up because this piece would fall and this piece would fall. So D is up, A is down.
Here's my answer.
You have a different color headband. Snake!
I knew it.
Indeed. You got it, D is indeed up. When you look carefully at the stack from each angle, you can see which block would be pulled down by gravity, with the exception of when D is up. All the other possibilities involve blocks falling. Yes, the boy is quite right, we all know that, but what does that have to do with anything? I'm getting there, but first the question. I have a pen in my pocket, that's either red or blue, could you tell me which color it is? What a terribly uncharacteristic query for you to make, there's no logic for me to work through. I'm not a mind reader, and I refuse to guess blindly. How can I solve your puzzle without a single hint? So in other words, you have no idea what color pen I have in my pocket. Of course not. That's funny. Oh? Luke, what would happen if I removed the bottom row of blocks from that pile I just showed you? The rest of the blocks would fall down, I suppose. That's right, those blocks in the middle of the structure don't float in mid-air. Only by resting one on the blocks beneath can those blocks stay elevated. If you were really my future self, you would have experienced this very moment before. If you were the real person, you would know. Fake! There's simply no way you could forget it. Give your answer, I can only assume that your memory of this crucial event is missing. But remember those blocks. All blocks are supported by other blocks. When you remove one, everything on top of it comes tumbling down. The same goes for memory. You're super invested in this. Yes, I love this game so much. You can't simply be missing a whole block of memory, it would destroy your very persona. It all makes sense now. I see, so what color is the pen in your pocket then? My pockets are empty, there was never a pen in there to begin with. Smart.
I had a feeling you were behind this, Dr. Stun Gun. Or should I say, Dimitri Allen?
An impressive deduction. Does anything ever get past you, Herschel?
So you were close with the doctor. In the Dr. Moriarty. The future Layton turned out to be Dimitri Allen, the famous scientist renowned for his research into time travel, but what was Dimitri's reason for posing as a future Professor Layton? Dr. Stangan is really Dimitri Allen, one of the scientists involved in the time machine accident 10 years ago.
Hats off to you, Herschel.
So you're the one who's been kidnapping scientists under my name. But
Have you ever tried to build a time machine by yourself? It's a Herculean task. And by pinning the blame on you, I could disguise myself as one of the poor scientists who vanished. Conveniently, that also provided an excellent way to lure you here. After all, the virtuous Herschel Layton would never stand by as someone sullied his good name. Sure enough, you came running. And faster than expected at that.
You're a real piece of work.
Nice for
So
everyone
why
to
me?
tell
You
him
could
he's
have
an
chosen
asshole.
anyone to be the scapegoat.
Oh no, it had to be you. You see, you play a critical part in the completion of my time machine. Or rather, your memories do.
What are you saying?
The best part is that I've already got what I need from you.
Of course. So that strange device.
Yep.
Finally
That's-
catching on, eh? Those glasses you put on were a cognitive capture unit of my own design.
Creepy.
In layman's terms, a memory recorder.
Let me just quickly recalibrate my box. Need to looking down sometimes and really it's like not miscalibrated. There we go.
But what use could you possibly have for my memories?
Why, they provide me with data, of course. Your memories contain all the information I need to recreate that fateful day's experiment.
Which day?
The day I lost everything that mattered to me.
I still don't understand.
Not a strange
I'd imagine you
device,
know
yes.
quite a bit about loss yourself, Herschel. Think, man. I'm talking about Claire. As you know, time travel is based on movement through wormholes. One end of the wormhole is anchored in the present, but every wormhole also needs a point of origin. And to find this point of origin, one needs data. Both you and Bill had substantial interactions with Claire on the day of the accident. Using your memories of those interactions, I will triangulate the point right before her death.
You're
Of
being
course,
dramatic
finding a
for the
wormhole's
effect,
point of
yeah.
origin is no easy task. If my calculations were even the slightest bit off, I could be trapped forever.
Don't worry, everybody can spell as well as you can. I was type all the time too. So he wants to save
Then why
her
take
from
the
the
risk?
past.
What do you stand to gain?
Everything. You see, like you, Herschel, I loved Claire.
So you intend to travel back through
Oh, what is a
time
spelled
and save her?
thing? Yeah, indeed.
Surely you wouldn't stop me. After all, haven't you wished for this yourself?
Yeah, but it would alter the future.
Nothing can excuse the kidnapping of all those scientists. Not even this, Dimitri.
You disappoint me. I had hoped a rational man like yourself would understand that the ends justify the means.
No, because what
I don't
happened
see it
happened.
that way.
Then what's your next move? Turn me into the police? I'd like to see you try.
You're mistaken in thinking I came here to report you to the authorities. I'm here to stop the man who's been dragging my good name through the dirt. That's a noble sentiment, Herschel, but you seem to have forgotten one key detail. The Tower Ring Pagoda is my stronghold, and that means you're on my turf. I have more than enough men here to overpower you. Look here. And this is the other riddle I was kind of afraid of. This 18th century relief illustrates our situation perfectly. They place two roaring factions of 5 troops. The stars indicate the strength of each soldier. The red troops represent you in your current situation. The white troops are mine. It should be fairly clear who the victor will be. The white side has more powerful troops. There's no way red could win. Exactly. Your apprentice has a good head on his shoulders, Herschel. I think it's a touch premature to praise him in this case, Dimitri. I don't see why troops need lose provided the battles are fought one-on-one. It sounds to me as if you simply don't wish to admit defeat. If you think victory is possible, prove it. Each soldier will engage one soldier from the other side in combat. Pair each of your red troops against one of the opposing white troops. Your troops are marked with an icon depicting Professor Layton. The strength of each soldier is represented by the number of stars. Arrange your forces so that the red side avoids defeat. We can win against them. Win against them. not win against them, not win against them, and have a path situation here, which means it will be even. There, each side wins 2 fights, loses 2 fights, and ties 1. It's a perfect draw. Of course, what the red side lacks in true strength I can make up for with strategy. Find myself once again impressed by your logic.
Very nicely done, Herschel.
Give it up, Dimitri!
Give it up? Oh, no, no, no. I'm just getting started.
Oh, look who it is.
Who is that?
Yes.
Bill Hawks.
As you can see, my hostage here is something of a big shot.
Just a
I
little.
wouldn't try anything
Just a prime
cunning
minister.
if I were you.
Minister.
You're a monster!
Oh no.
Prime Minister Bill Hawks, who was unaccounted for after the accident at the time machine presentation, was discovered by Professor Layton in the future London. He was abducted by Dimitri and is now being held prisoner. Will the heroes be able to rescue him? Oh no, we're trapped!
I hate to disappoint you, but it seems you've failed to ensnare the genuine article.
Huh? Professor? How did you get there?
I knew it! There was something fishy about him being late in the pet shop. That sentence really didn't make any sense without context, so.
Why are there two of you?
Which one is the real professor?
Is one Don Paolo or some shit? Of course. Of course.
Don Paolo?
If he's in here,
Then where's the real professor?
Obvious, huh?
this is getting far too complicated.
Yeah, what's going on?
Take note, Luke. A true gentleman never plays his ace in the hole until absolutely necessary.
Hey, Layton, here's an idea for you. Why don't you quit it with the lectures and get me out of here?
Help us, Professor!
Be patient, Luke. I just need to find a way past this lock.
The riddle, of course it is. 96 first step. In order to open the cage, you need to decide which button to push. The rules are simple. Think of the buttons as squares. Each symbol indicates a direction and you proceed from the square to square. Follow these directions. Star left, moon right, sun down, water up. There's one square you can start from which allows you to pass through every square exactly once. Touch that square. Okay. Say I start with this one. This would lead up. Left. Left. Down. Left. Up. Right. Down. Left. Up. Right. Okay. So, is there any that could connect to this one? This one moves there. Water moves up, we already know that. Star moves left, water up. Moon moves right. Sun down. Sun up, get it. And star left. So the starting point must be this one. Right?
Let's see if I've got this right.
Got it.
Just
Thinking
as I
backwards.
suspected.
Well done. Apart from the last square itself, all squares form a single path leading to the last square. Once you realize it's easy to find the starting square. Yes. That didn't sound healthy. Huh. Also, what is it with these exactly placed traps that they just stay in one place? Imagine just being spiked up by one of those on accident because one person isn't standing in the trap properly. It would seem the tables have turned, Dimitri. That's a rather delusional statement from somebody with your penchant for logical thought. Look around you in case you hadn't noticed you're deep within the family's headquarters. I need only say the word and my men will come rushing to my aid. You underestimate me, Dimitri. Do you think I'd be so naive as to set foot in your base without a plan of my own? Spelling is important, yes. Meaning? This building is fascinating in its complexity. I saw plenty of spots where one might conceal a trap or the like. On my way here, set up a few diversions of my own. Call for your henchmen if you like. I imagine most of them will have their hands full for a few minutes at least. Clever, Herschel. Very clever. Come on, boss. We got to scrape her. Seems I must concede defeat for now, but this is far from over. I look forward to seeing you when our paths cross next. Drat, they much faster than I thought. There's no chance of us catching them. Oh no. What's wrong? All this commotion allowed Dmitri and his men to grab the Prime Minister and take him with them. Oh shoot. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Dimitri's activated an alarm. This place will be flooded with family thugs before long. There's the distinct possibility that we may have to fight our way out of the towering pagoda. But didn't you take care of Dimitri's henchmen on our way in, Professor? Drat, you really have to use that in everyday conversation? What? Not quite, I'm afraid. The few diversions I managed to set up will only last for a few more minutes. The path we took on the way in is almost certainly swarming with family now. Our only hope is to find some sort of emergency escape route. Dimitri is a prudent man. He may have one hidden somewhere in his room. We must search this place thoroughly. Well, first of all, riddle. We're in luck, we found a hidden puzzle. Because that's the most important thing. Here are two scoreboards made up of pennants. Touch a panel reverses its color. Both scoreboards currently display 58, but by touching just one penny each, Layton and Luke can create two new numbers. The difference between these numbers is 39. Try to work out which panels they touch and which new numbers they make into your answers as two two-digit numbers. I mean, they can either touch this, or this. If it's 1, they can make 68. $98, $59, and $50, because they can erase this one too. I guess they can also make 56, because they can also erase this. Because erasing this will not do anything, any of the corners won't do anything, so will not this. So, now to figure out which one has the difference of 39 between them. I think I got it. Snolligash, so it means a person that makes bad decisions works for sort of lot of those. Oof. Yeah, understandable. I think that should be it. So 98 and 59.
This one's as good as
I don't
solved.
think it matters which. Yeah, okay. Got it.
No puzzle can stop Layton's apprentice.
I don't remember this puzzle. Wait then. One discovered should display 98 and the other should display 59. I really don't remember this puzzle. There's nothing like the sense of achievement one gets from finishing a good puzzle. Maybe because it was so unimportant to me at that time. Ah, there's a trapdoor here. And my hunch was right. It looks as if we found a way out of here. They must have built the stairwell for men less buff and muscular than me. And there's more than one path. Which way do we go, Layton? Look, there's a map here that charts out the network of tunnels below us. Let me see. My, this is a bit of a tangled mess, isn't it? It's of course another riddle, a blind escape. The third maze of tunnels, you can't turn unless you hit the wall. Starting at the red dot, following this road, you need to reach the exit without taking the same path twice or running into any dead ends. Okay, so... None of these will work, so it needs to be around this, because there's no wall here. So run into a wall, turn, run into a wall, turn. Run into a wall, turn. Yeah, it has to be. Because here we're in a dead end. So it needs to be this path. Run into a wall, run into a wall, 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 wall.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Yeah, there we go. Easy.
Few things satisfy like a puzzle solved.
Let me drink a sip. Great escape, you found the way out. The passages below are too narrow for all of us to move through at the same time. If we want to get out of here quickly, we need to split into 2 groups. I don't like it, but it seems we're no choice. Now, who should I take with me? You always get to be the gentleman. This time I want to escort the young lady. Sorry, but I prefer you come with me, Don Paolo. Very well then, Flora and I will go together. Luke, you go with the professor and help him keep an eye on Don Paolo. You're thinking about trying to join the LARP, the world's biggest LARPers in Germany. Yes, I know. Gonna take some time to get there, but there seems to be a new group about 1,000 miles away from here in October. This has nothing to do with anything, just thought you'd share because you're... Yes, indeed, the largest LARP event is in Germany. I sadly could never go there personally, but I was in other LARP events already. I do have some LARP swords myself. They're hanging up in my hallway. At some point I would love to go there again to LARP events, but then my health needs to be better. But it's pretty awesome. Trade with me, little Luke. I want to be in the professor's group. We'll see each other soon enough, Flora. Go with Big Luke and we will meet back at the hotel. Alright, the groups are set. Let's get moving. Ouch! What did I just run into? Let me guess. A wall? Let's see. This might actually be a door. Yes, it is. There's a handle here. Great, now where are we? We're at the bottom of an emergency stairwell. There should be a way out of the building here somewhere. Yeah, I just had a hiccup. So I drank my water too quickly. Oh, it's okay. Look, there's the door. This door should take us outside. Let's see, does it? Yes. Well, look at that. We made it out. The family's bound to have some contacts in the vicinity. We need to put some distance between us and the pagoda. Let's just make our escape quickly.
I still don't understand why Don Paolo's here. Can someone please explain that to me?
Always with the questions. Won't you put a lid on it for a few minutes, you brat?
I just love his
I
hairstyle,
most
it's so
certainly will
comical.
not.
Honestly, you two, would you please stop bickering? You're on the same side.
At the moment.
And while I'm getting things off my chest, why the heck did I have to play the decoy who gets caught?
Because you probably
Come
wouldn't
now,
have let them
Paul,
out.
It wasn't that bad. Your role was certainly the more exciting one.
Paul!
Professor, you still haven't explained what's going on.
He
I
called
knew
him
we'd been
Paul.
monitored from the moment we stepped foot inside the pagoda. So I wanted to make sure we had at least one trick up our collective sleeve. Don Paulo, master of deception and disguise, seemed like the perfect man to employ for the task.
You two are friends? That's the first I've heard of this.
Ha! Don't get it confused, kid. I'm no friend of his. We
Rival?
both want answers to the same questions. So we decided to work together. That's all.
Huh.
When did this start?
Tell me, Luke, when we visited Dr. Schrader, did anything he said strike you as strange?
No. Not really.
It was his greeting that made me suspicious.
Huh?
Who's that? Oh, it's you, Herschel. And little Luke.
Little
Yeah,
Luke.
I remember.
He didn't seem terribly surprised to see little Luke, did he?
Of course. In the future, I'm not a kid anymore. But the doctor didn't even notice.
Precisely.
That means Dr. Schrader was...
Don Paulo in disguise, yes.
So you knew he was a fake before he even said 4 sentences. Wow. You're good, Professor.
Yeah, I didn't notice it. Oops.
That planted the seed of doubt, though I didn't confirm my suspicion until much later.
Did Don Paulo pose as anyone else?
Probably.
Yes, he did a bit of spying on us as Dean Del Mona when we met him last. From the moment I laid eyes
Oops.
on him, it was obvious we were dealing with an imposter.
You mean with his hair?
Amazing. How did you know?
His white hair gave it away.
I knew it.
But white hair seems perfectly natural on a man his age.
Not if he wears a wig. He let me in on his secret some time ago. He's been bald for ages.
Oof.
Don Paulo mistakenly selected a white wig to show how much Dean Del Mona had aged.
Wow. Nice work there, Professor.
Shortly after that, I confronted Don Paulo and had him tell me everything. It seems Dimitri had been paying him quite handsomely to make sure we headed toward the pagoda. I filled Don Paulo in on all the strange happenings we've witnessed here, and then I requested his assistance in solving this mystery.
Well, that all makes sense, I suppose. But
Yeah, it
what
does.
I still don't get is why Don Paulo decided he wanted to help us.
Yeah, why would the villain of other stories in the
After all,
Layton series
This
help
is
us?
the man who tried to run us over with a Ferris wheel.
Yeah, that happened. Falling back to the first ever Layton game. You know, just casually trying to kill us with a Ferris wheel.
That's none of your business, brat.
Is it?
Hey! Call me a brat again and just see what happens.
It was Claire, Luke. It all had to do with Claire.
He doesn't know who Claire
The
is.
woman Dimitri was talking about.
Yeah, as
Claire
one
was
does.
my
Indeed.
girlfriend back when I was just starting my academic career. She was a researcher who worked in the same laboratory as Dimitri.
I mean, casual villain letting somebody run over with a Ferris wheel, you know?
No,
Yes. The last time I saw her, she was on her way to the lab the day of that massive explosion. The oddest thing is that the accident received very little media coverage.
Eh,
It's clear someone with a lot of
Stylish
influence was
murder, I would
suppressing
say.
information about the incident. I did everything I could to research the matter on my own. My efforts were largely fruitless.
I had no idea.
It's likely that Dimitri feels he is to blame for Claire's death. His obsession with going back in time seems like a twisted version of atonement.
What a terribly sad story. But what does it have to do with Don Paolo?
Well, Luke, as it turns out, Dimitri and I weren't the only
I
ones
don't
with
remember,
strong
sounds like a good
feelings
story
for
title.
Claire.
Probably already exists.
What? You mean?
Yes. Don Paolo was in love with
What?
her.
Don't act so surprised. I have feelings too, you know.
Yeah, I
Thanks
guess.
for meeting me on such short notice, Herschel.
Oh, no. It's my pleasure.
Here, this is for you.
What is it?
A letter, of course. Read it at home.
Why don't you just tell me what it says? I'm right here, after all.
My,
Just kill
you're
your
making
dreams.
this quite difficult. What I want to say is, well, in short, this.
And that's how his hair became the way it was. No.
You will pay for this someday.
What was that?
Dag. Dag. I forgot about this campaign.
Layton has been my arch nemesis ever since that fateful day.
I see.
Yes, though it's worth mentioning that I had no inkling of Paul's crush until he told me himself.
Oh, that was
He
good.
was in the year above me at university. Imagine my surprise when I learned that Don Paolo was none other than my old classmate Paul.
I had no idea you'd been through so much. Sorry for being so mean to you, Paul.
Ugh, spare me your sappy sympathy. And my name is Don Paolo. Address me as such, boy.
Anyway, you put on quite the performance, Don Paolo. With you distracting Dimitri, I had just enough time to do some sleuthing in the area.
It's always the classmate unless it's the butler. Nah, of course it's the gardener.
So that's what you were doing while we were climbing the pagoda. Did you find anything?
The thing I'm surprised about it, and have to think about Hiroshi here. We know that Dr. Schrader, or Dimitri Allen, is quite smart. We also know Layton is quite smart, but Layton beat Don Paolo in smarts, and Don Paolo just basically beat Dimitri in smarts, which means that, very smart. All of them, but they, Layton is on top, hierarchy-wise, whatever, hierarchy-wise, then there's Dimitri Allen, and then there's, then there's Don Paolo, and then there's Dimitri Allen. Ugh. So yeah, that's kind of an interesting thing to think about.
Yes, but I need to confirm a few facts before I can connect all the dots.
Then it sounds like that should be our next move. Where to, Professor?
Oh, I'll let you ponder that for yourself. But first, we should head back to the hotel. Flora and the other Luke are waiting for us there.
Hopefully. Hopefully they are. Oh, isn't the pagoda just exciting? I love it so much. Chapter 10, Across the Flames. Ah, that's apparently where we're going. Oh gosh, we missed a lot of puzzles. Let's do them before we head back to the hotel. I don't want to waste too much time getting back to the hotel, so let's take the train. Sounds good to me. Fine then, this is where we part ways. I got other things to do. You sure you're not running off to formulate some kind of evil plan? Now, why would you ever accuse me of that? Truly, I'm wounded. I'm just going to work a pet project of mine that I've been meaning to finish. Very well, Paul. Meet up with us later when you're ready. You can find us... Yeah, Layton, I'm no fool. I know where to find you. And now he's gone. Are you sure it's wise to leave him on his own device? I understand your concern, Luke, but I think we can trust him now. I suppose so, Professor. You must have cared an awful lot for Player. Losing her to you turned him into Don Paulo. He certainly was quite besotted, but enough about that now. We have work to do. Let's get moving. Alright, but I'm still none the wiser as to our next step, especially now we know future Layton is a fake. Well, in light of these new developments, our first priority is to rescue the Prime Minister. Obviously. Dimitri fled the towering pagoda with Mr. Hart, so you must have another hideout in the area. And we're going to find it. Oh, but first we need to go to the hotel. That's right, we need to meet Flora and Big Luke at the hotel. Hopefully they got back safely. Yes, but first... Let me take a selfie? Nah. We're gonna actually go to the... I'm not gonna talk to any of them. Any riddles from now on that I don't like find in new areas, I'm not gonna go back to old areas. I'm just gonna solve via flower. Because that's how you do it. Flowers like that are fascinating plants. Positors love gathering around them.
I know, but if you want to see what I mean, just give it a tap.
Well, we just did. Bricks and Bouillon. That one's the one title that intrigued me the most, so let's see. Rowdy band of thieves are about to be apprehended and need to stash their swag according to their boss's orders. Right last, there's 10 bars of gold. Fit right into that word brick wall. Nobody's none the wiser. We stash them here till the dice down. I almost forgot the important part. Don't go putting any bigger bars on top of any smaller ones. Sounds like a plan, that means that these need to be on the bottom. Didn't say anything about things being the same size though, so how about this?
That should do the trick.
Yes.
Just as
Yes, of course, Don Paulo is always working on an evil plan. Golden, what a clever way to hide the bouillon. That boss is a criminal genius. I always think about food when I think about bouillon. The discount. Okay, let's see, this seems like a math riddle or something. This shop only sells items that cost £1, £2 or £3. If you buy 2 of the same item, you can buy a third one as half price. You bought 6 items and paid £9.50. How many 1, 2 and 3 items did you buy? You bought at least 1 of each. 9 of the items from left to right. Show how much of each we bought. So we have 6, and we have paid £9.50. So we cannot have bought one of those. If we bought one of those, then it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, not £9.50. So if we buy if we buy one more of these, we have 6, 7, 7.50, 8, 9.50. 6, 7, 50, 8, 9.50. So like this. So 9.50, 2 of them the same item, you can buy a third one at half price. So 1, 2, 50, 3, 4, 50, 6.50, 7, 8, 9.50. Should be right.
Here's my answer.
This seems so simple, I don't know. Oh well, I guess it was. Sometimes math things in this are a bit harder, sometimes they're a bit easier. You bought 3 1-pound items, 2 2-pound items, and 1 3-pound item. To get the last 50p, you have to bought 3 of either the 1 or the 3 items. The latter option would have taken you over budget. Yes. Because I'm smart. Sometimes I don't know. But that pocket money poser. That's a car. 3 young dads are admiring a toy car that's for sale. Okay, toy car. For 12 pounds, Jeff. If we put all our pocket money, Pete and I could buy this car together in 2 weeks. Well, Pete and I could buy it in 3 weeks. Not bad, because it would take the two of you 6 weeks to save up enough together. All pocket money is received weekly. How much pocket money does Sam get? Okay, hold on. We put our pocket money, Pete and I could buy this car together in 2 weeks. If we say that Jeff and Pete pay half each, so 50-50. Yeah, that's not how that works. 50-50. And that means one of them would get 6, the other one would get 6, which would mean 3 per week. Because it would take the two of you 6 weeks to save enough together. 6 weeks, huh? The thing is that Jeff gets 3 a week. Then he would have it all in 4 weeks, so that can't be it. So there must be a number that is, yeah, I'm not working with x equals in this case. I'm working with the letters of their names to make it easier. So, plus I hate to solve this in this stupid mathematical way. It's easier to do the equations, but eh. So, it's 12 pounds. If you think about a number that is 6 weeks, so 2. If we say 2 pounds, 1 pound each by Sam and by Jeff. If we say Jeff and Sam have 1 pound each week, they could buy it together in 6 weeks. Pete and Sam could buy it in 3 weeks. And Pete and him could buy his car together in 2 weeks. That means it needs to be 3.1 for... Hold on. 141592653. I cannot say it in English. If it's in my head in German, I need to say it in German. You know what I mean? Hi. Okay, so... Pete and T could buy it in... If we say 1 pound, that doesn't work for each of them. Because... Pete and him could buy this car together in 2 weeks, while the others need 3 weeks, so... It just says Jeff gets 150 or something. It would make 3 in 2 weeks. And if the other guy gets what's it called? -12 - 3 is 9 divided by 2 is 4.5. You're a helper. If he gets 4.50, so if Pete gets 4.50, I'm putting him to 9 plus 3 is 12. Then he would get 50p. And I can erase, I don't need to do that stuff. He gets 50p. Oh, let's move that one over. He would have 9, he would have 1. The thing is, it says in pounds. So it must at least be 1 pound, so. And it doesn't say that they're going over, so. Take the two of you 6 weeks to save up enough together. 12 by 6 is, hold on, is it in 4 pounds? Yeah, it's in 4 pounds, okay. Oops, that's not what I meant. Memo. So. Not bad, because it would take the two of you 6 weeks to save up enough together. It would take 6 weeks. Then the smallest number would be 1 pound each, because 12 divided by 6 is 2 pounds. We know it has to be in pounds, which means either Sam gets all the money or Jeff would not actually get any. So I'm gonna say 1 and 1. It would take the two of you 6 weeks to save up enough together. Except for if we... If we cannot go in halves, huh? Except maybe... Hold on. What would happen if you get 2 and 50? Because Jeff and he could... No, that wouldn't work. If he gets more than he does, Jeff seems to get more than Sam does, because he could buy his car together with Pete in 2 weeks. Screw this. Okay, fine. It's not 2 weeks times these two equals 12. Three times Sam plus Pete equals 12. And 6 times J plus S equals 12. Let me get a paper. That's... I'm using my thing and I have an ad for stuff. Yeah, but yeah, if he gets 1 and the other guy gets 5, but then why could they but buy it in 2 weeks if he gets 5? Because the other one needs to be at least 1 pound. So if we take a 1 here, a 1 for P, you know. And no for S. I'm mixing them. Yeah, because Pete is the one that earns most, clearly. So if we have 1 times 3 is 3. It's 9, and he would get 3. He would get 3. Times 2 is 6, then he needs to also get 3. But then this wouldn't work out with the 6, because 1, 3, and 3 doesn't work. Because 3 times 6 is more than 12, so it would be definitely under 3. Or either of those. Even 2 for 6 won't work. Because they would get it quicker. So it must be half and half or something. Except for if 1 goes over. Okay, if he has double, hold on. So these two, it will take 12. 1 and 1 won't work, that because they can't have equal, which means the only one that's left possibility-wise, if I think about it. I know that sounds weird, but let's go with 2 and 0. If he has 2 pounds in 6 weeks, he will get the 12 pounds together. If he has 2 pounds in 2 weeks, that's 4. That means he gets 4. And 4 times 3 is 12. If you think about it in pounds and in evens, then it must be 0, right? I don't know if that's a possible solution. I think it may. Huh. Oh my goodness, that took way too much staring at it and brain power. Definitely not making the dizziness from my migraine better. Yes, you quit and 0 pounds is correct. Sam doesn't get any pocket money, for the record. Just gets 2 pounds and a week and he gets 4. That's mean. A tidy bookshelf, okay. Arrange these books of equal thickness on the shelf according to the rules. There are no books to the left of the brown one. Only the blue book touches the brown one. The yellow is to the left of the white one. The white book is sandwiched between the yellow and purple book but touches no other. Why can you turn them? I mean, they would fall. Is there like a way to like turn these free and have them suspended on a... I mean, it sounds stupid, but like have them suspended on a... Hello? Hello? There we go. I mean, that's on top, that's not to the left. But I guess it doesn't matter from the perspective of the book. Hello? Books. That wouldn't work though. The blue book touches the purple one and the brown one. How about this? Because it says blue book touches the brown one. Yellow book is on the left of the white one. Blue book touches the purple. White book is sandwiched between yellow and purple but touches no other. There's an empty space next to the yellow, so that must be it, right? Thought of that as possible solution, but messed up on your math to prove it. Yeah, no, it took me way too long to think about 0. And then I remembered it's a Layton riddle and not a math riddle.
No puzzle can stop Layton's apprentice.
Way too long. That's right, placing the blue book horizontally on top of the others makes it work. Because I thought the other time, like, since it's equal, 1 on 1 doesn't work, so the other would be 2 and 0, and then I was like, well, let's just try that, but I don't think it's right, but it was in the end. Flower power. But flower, not a flower, you know what I mean. To be prepared in case of future shortages, you decided to mill some of your grain into flour and stash it away somewhere safe and dry. You just have 3 different boxes that are suitable for storage. Which of these will store the most flour? Well, A, because of the slit, because you can turn it around.
Here's my answer.
Too easy? Too easy. There we go. Oh my goodness, that took my brain away.
That's a relief.
And I'd see someone say something like this without saying something yourself, so please don't keep saying that. Yeah, no, you're not too stupid. Maybe your brain couldn't handle this, but you know, you have your other smarts. Box A is correct. It will store the most flour if you turn it upside down. Yes, who would have figured? The thing is, you need to sometimes think around the corner table. Get it? So that you can solve them. Okay, King Arthur's chair. So, one day King Arthur invited a number of honored guests to dine at the round table. At this request, everyone sat at evenly spaced intervals around the table. After sitting down, two ladies in attendance, Guinevere and Nimue, were amused to find that neither of them had a woman sitting directly adjacent or opposite. What's the minimum number of people that were sitting at the round table? I'm gonna... Adjacent means next to, right? Like in... Yes, okay. Next to them. That's good. So... Round table. That's totally... Yeah, it's round. You know. We know that King Arthur's there. We know that Guinevere and Nimue are there. And we know they're not sitting opposite. Which means there needs to be at least 2 more men, which makes it 5, right? Because 3 wouldn't work, they would sit next to each other. I'm gonna go with 5, right?
This one's as good as solved.
Yeah, okay.
Phew, that's a relief.
A noble answer. 5 people is the correct answer. The image above shows how they would be seated at the round table. The tricky part is realizing that the guests weren't sitting directly opposite each other. Yes, indeed. If you're interested in the characters mentioned in this puzzle, be sure to read up on the legend of King Arthur. I mean... There are probably people that don't know that legend, right? Shape of the key. What's this one about? Ah, okay. It's a Layton gram. To reveal the key, you must fit the 5 pieces that make up the top hat into the shape of the key without overlapping the pieces or leaving an empty space. You can flip the pieces if necessary. So, let's start out with the stupid part, which is this one. I'm saying stupid because it's not stupid, it's easy, but you need to flip them, and the 2 doesn't like to be moved. This one fits here perfectly. This one fits here perfectly.
This puzzle has met its match.
Yes, it's met its match.
Puzzling? I think not.
Now you got the key, all you need is unlock. We're just walking to the hotel. I can't be bothered to go back to the tram station. We're already that far in, you know. Like, you know, it doesn't really matter if we gonna... I think when you get something saying that you should use the tram, that there will be no riddles. Hello there, Chummy. Ah, blast. Which one is it now? You look quite deep in thought here, Inspector. Have you found any new information on the case? Ah, Layton, just the man I was looking for. You see, I've uncovered a clue that had simply stumped me. Here, you have a look. The fingerprint. Fingerprint has been discovered at the scene of an unsolved crime. 4 suspects have been rounded up and brought into the station. Compare the fingers of suspects A, B, C, and D with the fingerprint shown beneath the magnifying glass to identify the culprit. It's not quite the same. There's missing something on the side, but I would say immediately say it's... That's the tricky part, because it needs to be mirrored, right? So it must be A. Because it needs to be mirrored, and it can't be B. It's missing that side squiggle here that shows, so I guess... Yeah, it must be A.
That should do the trick. Just as I suspected.
So, the suspect A is your culprit. At first glance, B looks like a possible match, but the print left at the scene is a mirror. Yes, indeed. That's what I thought. That's it. Now I just need to track down the fiend who committed this crime. Inspector, aren't you supposed to be searching for the Prime Minister right now? Listen, the man of the law can't simply ignore one case because he's busy with another. It's every officer's duty to assist and defend the citizens of a fair city. That's how I work, even in a place as lawless and overrun with criminal activity as this. Yes, even in this den of depravity, I will ensure that the spirit of Scotland Yard burns bright. I'm sure the citizens of this London are very grateful for your efforts, Inspector. Yeah, and maybe you'll find some clues to help track down the Prime Minister along the way. I mean, we failed to mention to him that we've seen the Prime Minister, but I guess, you know, why would we? So let me get this straight. Dimitri is building a time machine to go back to the past and save Claire? Correct, or at least that's what he said. Funny, we went through every floor on the pagoda and didn't see anything like a time machine. Well, observe, my boy. Dimitri clearly has a destination in mind when he escaped from the towering pagoda. I think he was heading to another base, perhaps the facility where he conducts his time travel research. Is that what you went looking for while we were climbing the towering pagoda with Don Paolo? Yes, in part. Anyway, I'll explain everything once we're caught up with Flora and Big Luke. Until then, I challenge you to think about the situation on your own. I'm not gonna talk to any of them. They may have a riddle. I'm not feeling like that. Professor Luke, welcome back. I'm so glad you're both safe. Good to see you too, Flora. I trust you didn't have too much trouble getting out of the pagoda. Oh no, Big Luke was kind enough to lead the way for me. Oops. Speaking of Big Luke, where is he? Oh well, when he got back here, a man with a mustache was waiting in the lobby. A man with a mustache? Was he dressed in black? Yes, that's right. He had a black uniform. That sounds like Shipley to me. Wherever he was, he walked straight up Luke and started talking all fast and furious. At some point in the conversation, Luke started to looking worried and said, Flora, some very important business has come up and I need to take care of it immediately. Please tell the professor to continue his investigation without me for now. Did he tell you where he was going? No, but he did promise he would join us again later. Big Luke is even more perceptive than I thought. He seems to know exactly what the next move will be. Professor, is something the matter? I'm just thinking back to what happened earlier. Do you remember who first told us that we had traveled into the future? Well, that'd be Big Luke, I believe. Yes, that's right. You have a visitor, Professor. Oh, who could that be, I wonder? Pardon the sudden intrusion, Layton. Inspector, tell me. What can I do for you, Inspector? Something I saw while running about town has been preying on my mind, and I don't know how to say this. I'm afraid it might sound a bit ridiculous. Not at all, Inspector. Please continue. Well, just, I could be mistaken, but I'm quite sure of what I saw. You remember our discussion about the explosion at the Institute of Polydimensional Research? Well, a few minutes ago I spotted a woman who looked exactly like one of the blast victims. Oh my gosh, you're talking about Claire, aren't you? Then you know, I'm so... Yes, Inspector, you're not alone. I've seen her as well. There's a resemblance to Claire's striking, but it's coincidental. It has to be. Yes, I suppose you must be right. I wasn't thinking straight. There's bound to be a logical explanation for it. If the similarity isn't coincidental, then this woman could be a relative of Claire's, a cousin, perhaps. That would make sense. I check Claire's files and see if I can find out more about her family. By the by, you haven't seen Barton around here anywhere, have you? Constable Barton? No consent I have, sir. I swear he'd have been kicked off the force years ago if he didn't have me looking out for him. Of course I'm fond of the fellow and will go on looking out for him, but still. Anyway, if you see Barton, tell him his commanding officer's looking for him. Good day. So where's our adventure taking us next, Professor? This isn't an adventure, Flora, it's an investigation. Can't you try to take it more seriously? I'm taking it very seriously, Luke. I was just excited, that's all. Not all of us get on these kinds of investigations all the time. Plus, you get to be with the Professor day in and day out. Well, yeah, I suppose the Professor and I are always together. Well, I'm glad to see you're enthusiastic, Flora. The three of us will get to the bottom of this case together. Now let's move on. Oh, heading out again already? That's right. By the way, Becky, I was wondering if there's somewhere nearby where we can cross the river. There's the bridge, but it's quite a long way up, beyond Chinatown. Do excuse me, but I couldn't help but hear that you're trying to cross the river? Granny, I didn't realize you were awake. There used to be a tunnel that would take you across. It went right under the river and people could just walk through to the other side. Wow, a tunnel under the river sounds amazing. Fortunately, once the family gained control of the city, they shut down the tunnel. Grafton might still know how to get in, though. Grafton? Didn't you know him? He's easy to spot with those bushy eyebrows, blue hat, and scheming smile. Yes, we go back a long way. He spends most of his time down the black market these days. Ah, yes, I do believe we met his friend of yours before. You remember him, don't you, Luke? Luke? Huh? Where'd he go? He was here just a moment ago. Oh, are you looking for little Luke? I just saw him leave. By himself? But where could he possibly be going? Please excuse me, madam, but I have to go and find Luke. Thank you for directing us to Grafton. Not at all. We're the Hotel Duke, are always delighted to assist our guest. I'm worried, Professor. Where could Luke have run off to? I don't know, but I share your concern. It's unlike Luke to take off without so much as a word. Maybe he decided to go on a secret mission of his own, like you did when... Yeah, whatever. Well, whatever his reason, we shouldn't be out there alone. We need to find him. She might know. You, friend of Luke, Mr. Gentleman, have you seen my dear sweet Fluky? Ah, hello, Bells. So you haven't seen Luke either. He ran off his own a little early, and I haven't seen him since. What? My Prince Charming has disappeared. Oh, my poor Fluke. I hope nothing terrible has happened. No need to worry yet, but if you see him, please let him know that we've been looking for him. No need to worry, my sweetie pie is missing. I find him. Tear this town apart if I have to. Don't worry, Fluke. Yeah, my dear, I will save you. There she goes. That means he's probably either in the arcade or something. Because there would be no way he would be... Does he maybe know? Hello there, Max. Have you seen Luke around here by any chance? Bzz, nope. Don't think he's come through this way. Why? Is something wrong? It's probably nothing serious, but if you see him, please let him know and let know I'm looking for him. Ding ding ding, understood. So he's not been through here. That the other girl missed him is a possibility. But that means he's not in that direction. That means we need to proceed. Ah, what's now, Layton? Inspector, have you seen Luke? He slipped off on his own a few moments ago. Strange. Well, he hasn't taken the train or I would have seen him. That much I can say for sure. I see. Then he must have headed towards the river. Thought the boy was trying to at the... Well, I suppose every hatchling has to spread their wings one day. Yes, well, I'm just a bit concerned as to where he's thrown off to. I know the feeling. Barton gets me fretting over him twice a week at the very least. Luke's a fair bit brighter than Barton though, so I wouldn't worry yourself. He'd turn up. Just the same, if you happen to see Luke, please let him know I'm looking for him. Will do, Layton. The thing is, I exactly remember where he is. So let's go there. Because I played this game before. Luke, there you are. Oh, hi, Professor. See, you've gone out for a stroll, may I join you? Of course. I'm sorry for running off. I was just thinking. We've had so much fun these last 2 years and I've become so used to going everywhere together. Of course you have. After all, we're the best of friends. It's only natural we spend time together. But Dad told me the other day he's been being transferred and we'll all be moving away. Ah yes, your father mentioned that to me as well. Now, tell me, Luke, do you believe that we're true friends? Of course I do. How can you even ask that? Good, then there's no need to worry. True friends come share a special connection. And this connection endures, no matter how far apart they may be in the world. Distance and time apart cannot break the bonds formed by true friendship, you see. I think I do, Professor. Excellent, then let's get back to our investigation. We got many mysteries to solve. Let's go, Professor. It's good to see you back in high spirits, my boy. Now tell me, can you guess where we're headed next? I've been thinking about it, and I'm sure Dimitri fell to the place where he's building the time machine, but the question is where? We already know that this research isn't in the towering pagoda. That's right, so we must review all the clues we gathered in our investigation of this London. Has anything we've seen around this city struck you as suspicious? What about all the men in white coats we bumped into? Those were lab coats, no doubt about it. Perhaps those men are involved in Dimitri's research. Excellent. Now let's think carefully. We met several men in lab coats around this London. Other than that graph, what else did all these men have in common? Wet shoes. Oh, of course. They all had wet shoes, so they must have walked through a very wet area, but where could that be? The River Thames. Maybe they came into this part of town through the tunnel under the river. Flora, what tunnel under the river? We asked the lady at the hotel how to get across the river and she told us about this tunnel. Wow. Yes, we met quite a few scientists during our time here, though they haven't been very forthcoming with details. It's clear where they've been coming from. My suspicion is that these men work at a research facility located near the river, probably come into town to refresh themselves after long hours of research. And you've known this the whole time, Professor? It's been a working theory for a while, yes. After all, who goes around in soggy shoes? We've seen too many men walk around like that for me to write the whole thing off as coincidence. Therefore, I believe that this research facility is somewhere on the other side of the river. Amazing! I've clearly still got a long way to go before I can reason as well as you do, Professor. Alright, everyone, we're going back to the Black Market Bazaar. Why there? If we're trying to get across the river, shouldn't we head back to the riverside area? I'm sure we'll be going there eventually, but first we have to talk to that man at the bazaar with the eyebrows. Grafton, I think. Okay, if you say so. And what a coincidence, we're already on our way to the bazaar. As I said, I'm not gonna talk to the people here that may have riddles, but I'm not about to talk to them. Plus the riverside is actually adjacent to it anyway, so, you know. Hello there, Grafton. Hello, Grafton. Oh, that's the first time someone's called me by my real name in ages. Where did you hear it? The proprietress of the hotel informed us of your name. Ah, dear old Maggie, she can be quite fearsome, but underneath it all, she's a good egg. Anyway, what can I do for you? We're trying to find a way across the river. We were told you might be able to help us, and I have hiccups. Great. Have you tried jumping? I must admit that's an option we've never considered. I'm just pulling you like, well, there's a couple of boats that leave from outside the Thames Arms. Those are just for those family fucks to use, mind. I was told you knew of another way across. So Maggie laid it all out for you, did she? More or less. Alright then, but things are pretty rough across the river. If you're set in heading there, I need to at least make sure you got the brains to get across. 3 blocks, huh? Ah, another one of those. Of course. I always forget they turn in the other directions. There we go. I don't know if there's like a... I think I did too many moves maybe, but...
Few things satisfy.
I went through them from the closest to the first. Even when the numbers of blocks increase, the way you do the puzzle stays the same. It's even if you keep it cool, right? Yeah. Right, I see you got enough brains to look after yourself on there, so listen up. Down by the riverside, there's a door that leads to a tunnel under the river. That door's locked tighter than a bank safe, but there's the thing. There's the way to open it. Go on. Of course, it's not a button or anything, that's straightforward. It's a fancy coded lock, but since you just solved my puzzle, I reckon you might have what it takes to break the code. So let's go back to the riverside. And let's find the door. Look, that must be the door that Grafton was talking about. I think you're right, Flower. Now we just have to find the coded lock. Bingo! So this is the coded lock that Grafton was talking about. I think I can break the code. Let's see. A zero-sum game. Oh no, it's just like you need to put the... Okay, yeah. For each of the 4 squares below, there's a way to display all the numbers from 0 to 9. Touch the 4 buttons A, B, C, and D to change the numbers according to the hidden set of words. One to 6, 4 to 9. That's +5. Six, 3, 0, 3. These always change places. 1, 8, 2, 5, 6, 9, 0, 3. There we go. I don't know what the rule of the last one was, but the other one has like the following number always has one of the number that came before it. Wonderful drop. But A adds 5, B adds 3, C adds 7, and D adds 4. Okay. Must have worked that out unless you're one of those people that keep pounding the buttons until they set everything to 0. I mean, halfway. Halfway not. Zero-sum game. I think that did the trick. I mean, obviously, let's go into the weird mouth here. Yikes, this place is disgusting. It seems the tunnel has been neglected for some time. It started to leak and fall apart. There's no way to get on the other side without getting one's feet thoroughly soaked. No wonder this scientist always have wet shoes. With all the boats in the area under family supervision, crossing the river is no easy task. Tunnel is their best bet for unimpeded movement between both sides of the river. Professor, look, wait, if you try and walk through this mess, we all get absolutely soaked. I know it's hard, Flora, but sometimes sacrifices must be made for the sake of investigating. That's easy for you to say, Luke. You were wearing shorts. White men walk around with wet feet are in fact scientists put to work by Dimitri in his research laboratory. They walk through a partially flooded tunnel under the river Thames to get into town when they want a bit of a break from the lab, and they should have breathed there. Any marine coins? Also, what's that guy doing here? Huh. Well, look who we have here. You... I thought this place was unguarded. You've got it all wrong, boy. I'm not on guard. I'm just having a break. It's nice and quiet down here. But now that I've seen you, I can't very well let you just waltz on past, can I? Listen, we really need to pass through. Can't you just look the other way? Headed for the research facility, are ya? Okay, whatever. I'm not exactly on the clock here after all, but that doesn't mean I don't have standards, and if you can't measure up, you're out of luck. Standards? What kind of standards? You need to have solved at least 80 puzzles, which you seem to have done. You're free to go through. Aren't you worried about what will happen if people find out you let us pass? So what if you do pass? You won't stop the boss. No one's got the brains for that. And now that he's got his eyes on you, it's only a matter of time before he traps you. We'll see about that. My break's over now. I don't imagine we'll be seeing each other again. Goodbye. For some weird reason, I'm craving a yogurt. Even though I can't eat them because they're chocolate and stuff, but... Wow, look at this. I think it's safe to say that we arrived at Dimitri's research facility with another cool remix of the dramatic music. Do you think the Prime Minister's being held here, Professor? That's more than likely, which would mean the place is probably under very heavy guard. Be on the lookout for trouble, everyone. That being said, I'm not looking for trouble. I am looking for who to raid next. Let me just see who's currently streaming. One other person. I don't know how. Okay, they just started, so I don't know what they're doing. So I'm just gonna look into. Go into Makers and Crafting and see if there's anybody there that's like making something interesting. Diamond painting, diamond painting. Knitting, knitting, diamond painting, 3D printing. There you go, come on, is there something else? I was trying to find something, if not we're gonna... The thing is I don't want to raid any Professor Layton players because of spoilers. Why is there so many people building Lego and stuff and diamond painting? What are they doing? That looks kind of interesting. They're fixing their Switch Joy-Cons. I've did that way too many times before. Gundam or something. I think that's another Gundam. Lego. More Lego. Oh my goodness. That's a German one, so that's no. Oh, it's a repetition of this stuff anyways. More embroidery, that's just haunted. 3D printing, 3D printing. Is there really nobody that's doing a craft that's... I mean, they're all kind of interesting to watch, but also like, I don't want to like rate somebody that's just knitting, you know? Or 3D printing. I mean, normally if a friend would... Yeah, but okay, nope. They're making those Japanese food kits. That's not too interesting. Well, man, anybody? Ooh, what's that? They're carving something. Okay. Eh. What's this? Yeah, what are you making? You're just showing off crowns, huh? Man, I want to find anybody, any suggestions? I'm trying to find a streamer to raid. Palia, Palia, Palia. Oh my goodness, why is there so many Palia players? Trying to find... Fine. Okay, there's nobody else to raid, and I think... Okay, I think Sapphire Knight is at some point growing out, and since there's nobody else to raid bunnies... Well, it would be lovely if Twitch didn't decide to. Okay. Q1 TV. Yeah, my other thing I would have thought of was Aveo Sanctuary. They're an animal sanctuary that actually also 24/7 streams. What are they currently streaming? They're streaming their parrots, they're streaming timberwolves, their pasture, marmosets, and crows. And the red fox. Oh, that's cute. You know what? Let's write Aveo's Sanctuary. Why not? You know, something cute to watch. Just watching animals. Hold on, what's this? I just had something popping up here that might be interesting to watch. Hold on. Where did it go? I accidentally clicked out. Cause I said I didn't want to raid cross stitch, but I'm just seeing a Vulpix. So they're cross-stitching Pokemon. Let's rate them. They're cross-stitching Pokemon. Sorry that it took me so long. I hope you all are still interested, but yeah. You know, it seems like they're making cross-stitches of all the Pokemon. At least they have a lot in the background. So let's rate them, because that looks really cool. Alphabet O up? I have no clue how the name what the name means, but yeah. Let me go into the stream manager and actually write them. Alphabets. Oh, alphabet soup, but with LA. Oh my goodness. Talking about spelling. Oh gosh, my brains. Oh. Either way, let's start the raid. Well, I will be back tomorrow with this game, and we're going to invade the time machine laboratory, and maybe we'll find Dimitri. Maybe we find, you know, the other people. I don't know how much longer the game is, like in total, like play hours. So I don't know if we're gonna finish it tomorrow or on Tuesday. Either way, we have either a full day or part of a day where I have some, you know, nothing else to do. So depending on how long this takes with the streaming and all that, and with all the riddles, we may pick up some crafting Tuesday, or like in the middle of a stream we might change to some crocheting or something. We shall see, because I don't know yet. But anyways, I hope you all have a lovely day, have a lovely Monday tomorrow. And yeah, have a lovely morning, noon, afternoon, evening, nighttime, whatever time zone you're in, and enjoy the raid. And as I said, hopefully see you all back tomorrow.